Today we're going to test out the nylon kinetic penetrator right here on Taofledermaus. The nylon is a prototype 12 gauge projectile. The body of it, the black part, is made out of nylon. Because it's made in the shape of a giant air rifle pellet, that diabolo shape, it doesn't need spin to stabilize itself. The only purpose of the silver tape is to make it show up better on the high-speed camera. At the heart of the projectile is a tungsten core. It's about 1/4 inch in diameter, extends about 5/8 of an inch deep into the projectile, or about 15 millimeters. Now, even though it uses tungsten, the overall weight is actually pretty light. It's only about 1/3 the weight of a normal 12 gauge slug. I used an X12X high pressure gas seal, and on top of that I stacked two 8mm cork wads. And then the nylon projectile just sits on top of all that. Now, since this is a sub-caliber projectile, we'll be using a discarding sabot with this. For this load, I use 25 grains of Alliant E3 propellant, and that should drive this pretty light payload to an excess of 2,000 feet per second. Well, let's head out and test this spicy little meatball.
Well, hi. I never know what to say to start off something. I'm Zach from United Ammo, and I'm here today to shoot a ladybug. I'm here today to shoot our new Skywolf shotguns that we're bringing in to our store, United Ammo. And today we're going to be shooting the nylon. What is that one again? What does it stand for again?
Kinetic nylon sabot round. And for the first one, we want to go through a smoothbore. So what did you bring out?
Yeah, so, oh, that's right too. This is a smooth bore. As far as I can tell, there is no chokes on these. It's a cool little shotgun, so we're see. Oh, tank safety like
it's semi-auto, right?
Semi-auto, yep. So we'll see how it does today.
With a weird, very lightweight projectile.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take one shot. We don't even know if this is sight in very well, so we're gonna shoot at a large target at 15 yards away.
Yep.
So let's hit it.
Yep. So these ones
we don't know if it shoots high or low. Maybe I'll just shoot at the center of the vest.
I'm aiming center mass because I'm about an inch up anyways on these sights.
Yeah, because I mean it could be way off.
Exactly.
That's how new this thing is. Okay, anytime you're ready.
All right.
Now, unfortunately, we did not get a chronograph reading. One of the sabots dove down and struck the top of the face of the chronograph and just took it out. Even though the sabots weigh about as much as a potato chip, traveling at that kind of speed will do some damage to your chronograph. Let's take a look at the Chronos high-speed camera footage. Here it comes. Just rock steady, smooth as glass. Fantastic. No spin needed. I will take that any day of the week. If I have any criticism, it may be shot just a little tiny bit high. And it seems like the markings I put on the slug made it show up a lot better. It's difficult to film a flat black object like that with a high-speed camera normally.
Okay, so the chronograph got hit by a sabot, I think.
I think that was someone else shooting at that.
That's the second time it's been hit, and this time it did it in. So luckily I've got a spare at home, but we didn't get a chrono reading, so
I don't know, but what we did get is really good penetration.
Yeah, so what happened there?
So this is actually what's left of the shell, or the slug, I guess I should say. Slug, and you see where that little insert was supposed to be. That insert is gone, and it's lost somewhere in here now, but I was aiming about this area, so I think that was a pretty decent shot.
Yeah.
Myself. Went straight in here, found the nylon tucked right here, just sticking out actually here. But right underneath, you can see, well,
that's better, that's better.
That little tiny 1/4 inch hole, that was the steel insert on this. It went straight through the Kevlar, straight through the shirt. And
we don't know where it went
here.
We don't see a hole in the back of the shirt though. That's the thing.
Nothing here, nothing that we can see or feel.
But anyway, that's starting out pretty good. We had excellent stability through a smooth bore. That's the beauty of that diabolo shape.
Definitely.
Even at super high velocities, it's still stable. Now, you didn't think we were going to not shoot at the lead plate, did you? Okay, Zach, he's now using the Mossberg 500 with the rifled barrel, fully rifled. Aiming at the X? Is that what you're aiming at?
Yep, right at that X.
Okay, let's hit it. Uh-oh.
Well, apparently rifling doesn't always make things any better. At the instant this is shot, the rifling is trying to spin the projectile to about 45,000 RPM. Now the nylon body spun up to that speed, but that heavy tungsten core was resistant to spinning up and actually spun itself out of the projectile. And I think the vapor trail we see on that core is probably Loctite.
So we put the smoothbore barrel on the Mossberg. Hopefully we get a little bit better accuracy. We got some better accuracy out of the smoothbore the first time. The second shot, if you're gonna even show it, I don't know where it went, so...
It went high, but it came apart, I think. I think the core came out. Okay, let's see if we can hit that lead plate. Okay, I'm ready. There you go. It hit high, it looked like. But he hit it. There you go.
Now if it works out of a smoothbore, hey, that's just fine. Another very steady shot. I'm loving it.
Okay, you hit it. That's a good sign. It looked like it was flying very, very stable.
That's good. I was aiming right here, so that went, what, up and to the left a little bit?
Yeah.
That's not bad at all, though.
We had it on a pretty good angle. The reason for that is I was worried that the nylon might actually bounce off that thing and come back at us. And I did not want that to happen, because it would still be traveling at a lethal velocity, I think.
But got probably, I'd say, half an inch into there.
Okay.
Before it deflected back out. Looks like it just went straight in that way and then deflected right up.
That's more than half an inch. That's a whole knuckle there, buddy. What's the backside look like?
Nothing. A little bulge. Just a tiny bulge.
Tiny bulge. Okay, well, we got the lead plate shot. I'm happy now. Okay, we got the hydrostatic helmet. Okay, whenever you're ready. Nice. Nice. Nice.
Well, another great shot. Looks like Zach is figuring out where to hold the point of aim to get the right point of impact. And we often have to figure that out on the fly. Now let's look at the damage.
Careful, there's a lot of sharp edges on that thing. So anyway, it went through the jug.
Grab the jug.
There's not much left there. Very nice, very powerful hydrostatic explosion there. And then it penetrated the back of the helmet.
Yeah, that was the front. Here's the back of the helmet.
Okay,
now.
hold it still so I can zoom in on that. Look at that. What are the odds of it just coming to a stop right there?
That is solidly in there too. I mean, I'm not trying to cut my finger, but I could barely even move that.
Yeah. I would have thought the water would have just really slowed it down a lot, killed a lot of the energy, but no.
You can kind of see too where that core just immediately left it and expanded out. So that core probably went another, who knows how far over there.
Right, yeah. You can't see it on the ice because of the big splash and everything. That's impressive. I'm loving these things now.
Yeah, these are
I was worried at first. What's the next target?
So this was kind of my suggestion. I want to see how it's going to do just a bit against a big old chunk of aluminum. You know, aircraft grade aluminum, which means absolutely nothing. But I want to see how deep we get in here, because as you've seen on here or watched on the channel, not much makes it through this kind of stuff.
Yeah, we couldn't even get armor piercing and incendiary to go through that thing.
So it's really just a matter of, I want to see how deep it gets in here and what kind of impact that does. And
yeah.
The nylon's even doing anything, which I'm sure it isn't, but...
Yeah, it's not, the nylon is not doing much of the work there. It's just an aerodynamic shell.
Yeah.
Keeps it going straight.
And again, this one's angled away from us, so that way it doesn't bounce back.
Yeah, we're not going to shoot dead on with that thing. We got it at a pretty good angle, just for safety. We're not stupid.
Debatable.
Well, okay. Oop, get my ears in. Got your ears?
Yep.
Okay, aluminium, baby. Okay, I'm ready. That was a very high pitch. Ding.
The Kylons are working great out of the smoothbore. Just another great steady shot. And a big old flash there when it hit that aluminum. Now what's really interesting is the tungsten core, burrowed into the aluminum, but then it spit it back out. And there we can see the tungsten core kind of flying off to the left. Well, let's see how far that core actually penetrated the aluminum.
Again, it's not the most accurate round in the world,
I was aiming
but boy, does that thing work well.
Yeah, I was aiming about right here and went a few inches up and about an inch to the left.
We're lucky you hit it at all. I'm happy you hit it.
Yeah, but besides that though, I mean, that's a pretty good result. I don't know about you, but we got our handy dandy measuring stick and put it in there. Goes about that deep. What is that? About 1/4 inch?
Maybe that's a 1/4 inch?
Oh, maybe a third of an inch.
That is about 3/4 of an inch.
You think so?
5/8 to 3/4 of an inch.
Jeez.
Look, it's
okay. I'll give you that.
It's almost pinky knuckle deep, baby.
But
that's awesome.
Like we expected, it obviously didn't make it through there. It didn't even make
not much is going to go through that.
But all in all, that is I think that's a very impressive shot. I think that's real impressive for nylon, honestly.
For a shotgun round.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, this is what you see out of like 30-06.
Right, exactly. In fact, we shot this with the Russian API round.
It was
and it didn't go through. It went. You can see the bulge on the side of that block where it went about that deep or so, and that was a armor-piercing rifle round. So, for a shotgun round, that's impressive. Now, let's see if it does it that well to aluminum. Let's see what it does to the AR-500 plate.
I'm optimistic about what it's going to do.
I'm starting to get optimistic here. Yeah, let's see what that does.
Okay, AR-500 plate has no coating on the front, so we're just shooting at bare steel. And we do have it at a little bit of an angle so it doesn't come straight back at us. Okay, whenever you're ready. Oh,
something happened.
Well, it appears that the Kylon kinetic penetrator penetrated the AR-500 body armor, and it had enough energy to hydro shock the jug behind it.
All right, the Kylon came through. I wasn't sure if it'd go through that. Set at an angle, but we had penetration through an AR-500 plate with a shotgun round.
Yeah, and still actually carried enough energy to pierce straight through the milk jug. And even leave a solid exit wound. It
had enough. It hydroed the jug. It was still going pretty fast. Yeah, I was kind of hoping to capture it, but it was still going pretty fast.
Yeah, that's almost exactly what I was aiming to.
That's fantastic.
So I don't think you can ask for much better than that.
Yeah, I was starting to get a little nervous with these things. Like, oh man, the rifling test. It's like it scared me a little bit. But smoothbore, no problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all.
Yeah. The Kylon. Look at that.
That is crazy.
That's fantastic.
This thing expanded out a lot too.
Oh yeah. When I saw the splash, we knew what happened. All right. Now, you and I were talking after we got penetration there, and fantastic penetration, a lot of energy hitting the jug. And then I'm thinking, what are the people in the comment section going to be wanting next? And that would be,
well, we figured they're definitely going to want to see how far it goes after the fact, how much energy is going to carry through this AR-500. So we figure, hey, let's throw that plate on there, make it a nice little template you'll see on the high speed later, and install it right now.
Yeah, we kind of had to draw where the block is on there because he can't see it. And hopefully he can get a precise enough hit the plate, and then go through the gel. Now, I can't put the high-speed camera down here because I don't want to be downrange of these things.
No, and I figure that nylon's probably just exploding right off of this thing.
Right, yeah. I imagine it is. So let's see how far it goes. That's a pretty rugged looking block of gel.
Oh yeah.
Not the most accurate things in the world, we're finding out.
No, but we still got sufficient piercing.
Yeah, okay, show the plate.
So that's the back of it, and that's the front of it. Same exact thing of...
Hold it steady right there. Another laser, just effortlessly.
Yeah,
but the problem is you missed the block. And then look at the damage to the top of the block there. And we can see the damage to the top of the block. It was just fragments of stuff coming out of there. And here's a piece of something right there. Can you grab that?
Yeah, I'll see if I can.
Now, at first we thought this was the tungsten penetrator, but what that is the piece of AR500 plate that has been punched and ripped out of the plate. Now, a lot of people would believe that in order to penetrate a hardened steel plate like that, the penetrator would have to be pointed and very sharp. This thing is perfectly flat. Now, if you were to sharpen that thing into a point, it would actually be very fragile, and it probably wouldn't penetrate the plate because the tungsten would actually shatter before it penetrated the steel. So essentially the penetrator is acting more like a wad cutter on that steel plate.
Plus, being closer like that, it sure looks better on camera too.
Definitely.
Okay, let's see. We moved the target about 4 yards closer, 5 yards.
Got your ears in?
Yep.
Okay. These are loud. Okay, let's hit it. Loud. Okay, let's hit it.
Now, much to our surprise, we still had pretty deep penetration in the gel. Now, even though the Kylons were not the most accurate projectile we've ever shot, they were accurate enough to get things on target for the most part. But they consistently penetrated our AR500 plate. It almost looks like we used a plasma cutter to cut those holes.
Pierced through AR500, then continued through 11 inches.
Yeah, we got 11 inches of penetration in the gel.
And it took, after the cavity that's right here, it took a real kind of awkward curve too. So, I mean, if that were to be going straight, it probably would have gone a solid foot in.
Now, I would have thought that it was the tungsten core that penetrated 11 inches of gel. The tungsten core actually disintegrated into small pieces, just a few inches in the gel, but it pushed this piece of the AR500 plate 11 inches into the gel. And that, friends, is the true definition of spalling.